Good morning. Jason should be along any second. Coffee. Guess I should have brought my guitar for times like this.
What's up?
Yellow.
What's up? We on?
Yep.
Rolling.
I like that jacket.
Thank you.
I guess we both had that same thing of like we like the seams.
Yeah.
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 I think that's one reason I like that green shirt because it has the black seams through it. What?
Thought I heard a little kickback on audio somewhere. Maybe not.
I don't hear. I don't know. Maybe it's on your end.
No, I got mine off. I made sure this time.
What's up, Stella? Thanks for jumping in.
Good morning, Bryce.
Did you guys call each other?
Nah.
I did a quick workout. Huh?
I said I haven't talked to Bryce in a while, except on here.
Yeah, I know. We need to get on the phone.
No. I don't drive as far as I used to, so now it's like, I don't know. I definitely cut back on my phone calls.
Yeah. Well, you're freaking constantly having to talk with them. So you're having to cut it short and stuff all the time. So I get it.
Yeah. Morning, Tracy.
Yeah, I did like it when you were driving from 4 states and we could just chit chat, you know.
Yeah.
But it sucked for you having to drive through Wyoming in the winter.
Yeah.
Driving in California at all. Hey, Tracy. Thanks for jumping in the live. Look what I got.
What do you got? Is that sealed or is it just in a sleeve?
No, it's in a sleeve. It's got the shrink on it though.
Oh,
which,
wow.
Of course, it's not that big a deal because it's a new release, but it's cool because you have the old one, which the classic. But I like that cover.
Yeah,
the cool Miles Davis cover.
I like mine better, but it's cool that it's unusual.
It's 180 grams, so it's a little bit heavier, but I got that for $13 in an auction on eBay. So
wow,
score! I freaking love it's one of my favorite albums of all time for sure.
Yeah, I have my jazz playlist on my Alexa thing. Every other song almost on the whole playlist is from that album or Miles Davis or Coltrane.
I think they should rename jazz and just call it Miles Davis and Coltrane.
Yeah.
Because I don't really like any other jazz. I just like them. I have this. I think I pulled it out. Oh no. I have Coltrane Love Supreme too. It's a really good one. Look at this one. Let's see. This is a bootleg Sweden 1963 Beatles live concert.
Oh, turn it so I can see it. Turn the back so I can see it. No, the other. Is that the front?
That's the back.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool looking.
Yeah.
What the heck?
And then the front is, it's just, you can tell they just posted it on from some But what's cool too is you know what I mean? So there's no writing or anything. It's a real bootleg. I haven't listened to it yet, but that's another thing too. People need to look out for when they're at a garage sale and they see something like this. If it's the Beatles or Zeppelin or Floyd, holy crap, pick it up. I didn't even comp this because I don't want to know in a way because I probably should sell it. But I
like $10,000 and you're like, dang it.
Yeah. Because I love to study records from other people. And this one guy I follow is Noble Records. I think you follow him too, right?
Is that the guy, the older guy that we found that was like in Wichita and all that?
No, that's guys. I buy old records. This guy's Noble Records, and he has like the big beard.
Oh yeah,
Sits in front of his records. and it's funny because he's a preacher's son. His favorite band is Led Zeppelin, and his second favorite band is Pink Floyd. I'm like, that's like literally exactly like me. It's just weird. So that's his biggest collection is Zeppelin and Floyd. Well, he was doing a thing about all his entire Pink Floyd collection, and he was bringing in all these bootlegs of Pink Floyd. I mean, just amazing. All these live concerts. And he said the way they got it, he said, this is the story. Who knows if it's true, but the story is that a guy used to go into him in California, because a lot of the shows are from this one town in California, and he would genius. He would say he's handicapped, and he would come in a wheelchair, and he had speakers in both sides to pick up the sound in his armrests. And so they would put him super close because he was handicapped, and he would get the audio through his machine. And wow. That's how he was bootlegging all those records. It's like, that's awesome. So smart.
Isn't it crazy back then? Like, or now you don't even need to do stuff like that anymore. That's like I missed, wasn't it? Did Harry the other day do the thing that was like stuff that doesn't even exist anymore? I really wanted to watch that, but I didn't. I couldn't watch it.
I think it's coming up. I'm not sure. I was watching one day and he was doing something different, so I'm not.
Well, if he hasn't done it, I'm excited because I wanted. That was a concept we talk about all the time, and I want to watch it. You see Tracy, yeah. I do agree with you though. Like I say like I love jazz, but mainly all I want to listen to is like Miles Davis, Coltrane, like some of Herbie Hancock stuff, and just Herbie Hancock,
Chick Corea, and the pianists Chick Corea and Cannonball Adderley.
And I like that bar or piano bar lounge type stuff in the background. It's kind of slow and just relaxing.
Yeah, jazz fusion it's so busy, and also it's like has all these high points. It's like, and it's just like it's like annoying. It reminds me of anxiety. It's like, why is jazz giving me anxiety?
It's like somebody in 5th grade playing the clarinet too hard or something. It's just like, can we just calm it down? I'm listening to jazz because I want to relax. If I wanted to get hyped up, I'd put on, some rock or
Little Zombie.
Yeah. Listening to Nickelback,
I found listen to some good music. I throw it in Nickelback.
I really wanted to get excited. I'd be listening to Def Leppard, Nickelback. So yeah.
And I follow it with some Creed.
Oh yeah.
Oh shoot. I actually first time I think I've done it where I shared this out on Facebook beforehand and try to get people to come watch it from Facebook, which it just doesn't work very good. And it's just so stupid that they already know people are going back and forth from Facebook to Instagram to TikTok. Why hide a YouTube comment because it'll take people away from Facebook? I think that's just dumb.
Well, if you owned Facebook, you wouldn't want people leaving your space as well, Anthony.
I agree at the beginning. I understand why they did that, but at this point now, it's like everybody's going back and forth. It's not like, I don't know. You think it would help promote them a little bit too by giving more exposure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But yeah, I put it out, but I doubt anybody comes from Facebook, but tried. I don't even get on Facebook anymore. I took the app off my phone, and once I did that, I'm like, yeah, it feels so good not to know anything that's going on.
Yeah. I find that the less opinions of everybody that I hear about, the better I feel about everything. So,
facts. And so we're going to throw our opinions on here.
Yeah. I have to go on the internet and say mine on video. So, little text blurbs just don't do it for me. I don't feel like it's enough space. I've got a lot of opinions, and people need to hear it.
Well, my opinions are facts. So,
yeah. I wrote that new jazz one down that we're renaming jazz. So
yeah, just name it Anthony because I am the epitome of what it Tracy. What was it? John Lennon, he actually said this one day. He goes, if they renamed rock and roll, they would probably name it Chuck Berry. It's like, that's pretty cool. Shout out to Chuck Berry. And because the Beatles get so much, they get so much credit for rock and roll and everything. It's like, it didn't really start with them. It's just kind of the format now that we use is kind of like that from them. But man, there was a lot of stuff before them.
Have you seen that new movie it's called Elvis? It's the new version of him coming out.
Oh no, I want to see that.
Pretty good.
Holy crap.
Yeah. It's like
go ahead.
I don't know much about it. I just saw a trailer the other day and it looks like it's coming out. I don't know, sometime this summer maybe.
That's going to be good. I want people to see how bad the music industry treated him. As much as everybody thinks like he made so much money, but man, they raped him of money. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous how bad it was. Same way with the Beatles and Stones and Aerosmith, but I mean, Elvis was so bad. But you know, it's funny because I've never been a huge Elvis fan. My dad loves Elvis, Mr. Cavanaugh, everything, you know, and some of it's okay, you know, but
it looks like it's coming out June 24th.
Cool.
So if I looked up the right one, I didn't spend a whole time digging right there. But
yeah, but like I'll go back and like I tested my 45s, listen to Elvis, dude, he's good. I mean, because he sang so many different things and he sang them all really well. If you put him now, you'd still be like, damn, he's a good singer, you know?
Yeah.
So I just didn't realize how good his range was, honestly. Anyway, so I have a lot more appreciation for him now. I used to not. I used to think he was a cheese ball.
So you approve of him?
So now we can approve of him. We can move him into
being your special genre.
He's Anthony's choice. So
yeah.
What's up, Tom Cruise? Tom's having a vinyl auction, a record auction today. I guess the real connoisseurs of the real collectors of records say they hate when people call it vinyl.
Why?
Because they're like, you wouldn't call your couch fabric. Like, okay. You wouldn't call your car metal. Like, okay.
Yeah, well, I was in a fraternity and we didn't like it when you call it a frat because you wouldn't call your country. Okay.
The frat guys are always right.
You were there. What are you talking about?
You were there. Remember when your daughter lost her virginity?
Your daughter. You were there. How do we think of that?
It's one of the best lines ever. He starts backing away. I think we're the only ones that like those old movies.
Huh?
I think we're the only ones that like those old movies.
Yeah.
I put up your live, your upcoming live for the records, Tom, on my page. Not that anybody will actually see it, but I tried to promote it.
No one cares.
I was trying to do.
I'm not going to go watch your social media stuff.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
No one.
I wouldn't.
Mm-mm.
It's terrible. But yeah, I always try to do that for Tom and West Side Gary because they have good auctions. They have reseller auctions. There's some people. It's amazing how many people that just sell like one-off items. I'm like, and people are actually buying them. I'm like, what do you guys do? It's so weird.
On the auction they do?
Yeah, they're just selling like one plush animal at a time and things. I'm like, and they're getting like $30 for a plush. I'm like, who's buying this crap? You know, you could probably buy it for $20 in the store. Like, all right,
interesting.
It's just nice to see good auctions that are for resellers where you could buy. Like, I found out something too. I told you wrong. I went and looked up Pearl Jam vinyl. Yeah, big surprise. I'm wrong, saying lies. But I looked up. Where's Tommy? Is he clipping this?
Yeah.
But I looked up Pearl Jam vinyl and looked up new just to see if any other platforms are selling it. You can go to Target.com and buy all those 45s that I bought brand new.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the fan club ones?
Yeah.
How much do they go for new?
like $15.
And what did you pay for them?
Oh, I'll make my money back, but it's just one of those things. I thought they were really rare. I was like, I'll just keep them. Now I'm going to sell them, except
Yeah.
for I'm going to keep 3 and sell 3, which is perfect because I'm gonna still make money on those 3, and then I get to keep 3 good ones. So
I still feel like people that really collect vinyl, that are into the nostalgic part of it, they'd almost still rather have an older one than like a brand new one. Maybe, I don't know. Some
oh
of
yeah,
them.
oh yeah, because they've gotten better and better with the audio files and stuff that they can make some of the new records sound just as good as the old ones, which
Mhm.
for a while they couldn't. I don't know why, but somehow they've done it better now. And so, you know, a lot of people listen to those and then will have the collection pieces they keep. But
I'm excited. Next Friday, my birthday, I'm off. I'm going down to Kansas City, and I'm going to get the record player I want.
cool. Which one is that?
It's that big one. It's the Victrola one, but it's got the CD player and the tape player, so I can like play anything on it. And it's a Bluetooth deal. Not that I need the Bluetooth part, but it looks vintage. Kind of looks like an old style.
Yeah, I just didn't know if that was one you were going to get.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you said it was like $55.
It was. I'm hoping it's not like 180 when I get down there. Like it was on sale when I saw it last time.
Where was it at? I can't remember.
Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Okay.
But they also, I don't know, if they don't have the color I want, I may still have to get the one off Amazon. Pay up for it.
And is it mainly because of the way it looks, or because it has the cassette and CD player too?
Both of those things. Because I don't have a CD player anymore right now. So if I get that, I can at least listen to any of the old CDs I have. Not that you need to, because they're just on Amazon, but.
Oh, so okay. So you have your old speakers from your old stereo, but you don't have the old stereo.
Correct.
Okay.
But this actually won't plug into the speakers because I need like an amp for the speakers.
Yep.
Which is why I was going to buy that record player from that other guy that had the Music Exchange, but never came through on that. So,
yeah, big surprise.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these speakers. I might, I don't know, sell them or just put them in storage or something.
Hey, Kathy.
Pretty massive.
Thanks for coming in. Yeah, those things were huge.
I don't want to get rid of them. They're like so nice, but they're so obnoxious. You know, it's like anymore.
Was it really Sharp? What was the brand? Fisher. Oh gosh,
literally right behind me.
Yeah, those Fisher. You could sell those for a ton of money on eBay.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked them up?
Yeah, they're worth quite a bit.
Yeah, I figured. It's kind of crazy thinking about some of that old stuff we used to have. It's like I don't even know where it went. Like old speakers and stuff I had for my car, and like I just gave it away. I guess I don't know.
I know where the speakers went out of my truck. They got stolen. Somebody knocked the window out.
Yeah.
It's what you get for driving around with your stereo bumping when you live in a bad neighborhood.
Yeah. I used to tell Jenkins that, I'm like, man, when you come into our apartment complex, make sure you turn the speakers down. And he's like, okay. I don't think he understood what I was saying. And it was like 2 months later, someone had drilled out the lock of his trunk and took his 15-inch kicker impulse, isobaric, whatever it was. Freaking, I mean, they were so loud.
You were just trying to be like, not, or make sure you weren't being rude. Like it's too loud. Yeah, whatever. Like I care.
Yeah, no, like I cared about that. I just didn't want to get stolen.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen on YouTube those cars that are so full of bass, and it shows like a girl when it's happening and her hair just starts going and it starts moving with the bass. There's so much bass.
No, I have not seen that.
It's crazy.
Do you remember Scuderio's car, that BMW he had? That was one of the coolest in-car stereo systems I've ever seen.
Yeah. And that was 1993.
Yeah.
I always wonder where he got all this money.
I can tell you, he does stuff like, hey, we're going to bolt these speakers in so they can't be stolen ever, and charge people like $25 to $50 for that. And then he puts sheetrock screws in it to hold them to the metal so that you can just pull them out. That's one way.
I remember that.
Good,
That's exactly what happened to you, right?
good return on investment when you sell $50 bolts and put sheetrock screws in them.
They're not actually real screws; they're kind of wood. But
Yeah, we ran out of bolts,
I saved you
so
$5.
thank
I
you.
don't know
They
if
were
you know,
really,
but I specialize in funerals. So
yeah. They can.
I used to always. It's just so weird how he made he had so much money, he flaunted it, had like that huge. There's never a funeral. Does that? It was weird.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really think I want to talk about that on the internet. So
You might have a knock on your door.
we can save this conversation for Monday on the phone. Put a pin in that, and we'll circle back because I actually do have something that I can tell you about that. That's interesting. So remind me.
But not here.
Right.
I like my family. I don't
Yeah.
want them to die.
Yeah. It's like, hey, we're going to talk about the mob, some motorcycle clubs, and I've got
I didn't
names.
say that. You said that.
I've got names. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's get into that.
So many things I want to say right now. I'll just
I know.
Pull back. Pull back.
And did you know? Speaking of reselling, did you know there's a QR code when you do your shipping label, and you can just take that with you, and they can print it out for you at the post office?
Yeah. No.
Did not know that. When you go through and pay, and there's a place where there's that QR code. That's what that's for.
Huh. Interesting. I haven't done it so long because I just do it. But that's good to know for people that don't have a computer and printer.
Yeah, but even if you ran out of ink or something, or ran out of something, and you had to ship something, it'd be pretty handy. I didn't realize that's what that was, and it still sounds kind of like it would, it'd be annoying if you had more than one. So, see you later, Tom Cruise. Have a good day.
Later, Tom. See you later on. Yeah, it's a good thing to know. So it's just that little barcode, like black and white thing that it's kind of like that square. And then
if I understood it right,
I'm old. I don't know any of that crap.
They can scan it there, and the label will just print out.
You're either cutting out or I cut out. Can you repeat yourself?
You cut out.
What'd you
I
say?
said, I think you can just print out that little QR code, take it, and when they scan the QR code, they can print out your label right there. And it probably comes out as like a thermal print, like a thermal one that would stick on.
So, but as a service, why would they do that? Because they're not making any money on it. Do we have to charge you for that label or something? Is that how they make it?
I don't know.
No, just one. Because otherwise, I'd probably be like, "Nah, you can't do that here." If I own that place,
I think sometimes if somebody, but if somebody were to just sell something, and let's say you're not like a active reseller, and maybe you sell one thing a month, and you don't want to waste your printer or buy a thermal printer, and you just take that with you, and they can print it out. Because a lot of times people just handwrite the address on stuff they ship, and then they take it down there, and they'll print something else off and stick on it. Yeah. Also,
good point. Yeah, I figured up the other day I have 645s going to be here in the next 3 or 4 days.
Wow.
I've got some coming today. There'll be 65 of them. I'll probably knock out almost all of them one day. About a day and a half, I'll have them done, all listed.
What kind do you have coming? Is it assortments or all kinds of stuff or certain genres?
Well, I mean, when it comes to 45s, most of the 45s are 80s when they produce the most of them that are still around. Mm-hmm. So I have a lot of 80s picture sleeves coming. It's I have some 70s stuff too, but that's what's good about the 80s is almost all of them are picture sleeves, and they just help them sell faster.
Yeah.
Even stuff that I think I told you, I sold Lethal Weapon to Canada yesterday for $10. Mm-hmm. The name of the group is Honeymoon Suite. I mean, I didn't even remember them. you know. It's just a cheesy 80s group, and someone in Canada bought it for $10 and had it, you know, it cost them another like 12 to 14 to have it sent to them and go through customs. And it's just because it's Mel Gibson on the front with this crazy psycho look, and then Danny Glover standing behind him with that 45, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably someone that just likes the movie more than the actual song.
Somebody might have bought it as like a gift for somebody or something.
True.
Also,
I did have someone also by Grateful Dead. It's Touch of Grey. It was one of their last songs. It was actually one of their only songs that were like radio played. And the 45 is actually gray because Touch of Grey. And this girl ordered, she goes, "Oh, it's coming, it's for an upcoming event." And then I sent her thinking, I'm like, it's probably like over the hill birthday party or something. You know, it's like, that's a good idea. Touch of Grey. Grateful Dead sells really good though. That's for sure.
You know what else sells really good? Anything Apple. Holy moly.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Sure.
Anything I put up, it's got offers like the next day.
Yeah.
Or that day.
If it's broken, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the dorks out there that are, I wish I was more of a dork that will just turn that into something else. And then,
yeah.
Smart. I was going to tell you too, I was watching Auctions for You, Donna and T, and T's husband has a eBay account, and he got a Vero. Well, she said it was a Vero, but it was probably copyright. But it was a Matt Ryan NFL football jersey, and it has the tags, it has the hologram, just like the ones I had. But they said it was a fake. It was brought down by the NFL, and you know. And you look at it, and I can't tell if it's fake or not. It looks real to me, honestly. And it's made me think about your Mahomes and wonder if the NFL is just really attacking that stuff right now. You know, like anything that's not official. I don't know. And he was asking about it. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of point. I just don't want to sell. They just don't want anybody to sell anything close to NFL stuff on there.
Yeah.
So it's got to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to take the chance because I have like 6 other jerseys, and I don't want to mess with it. Even though, like you've seen, they'll sell, but yours would be the one that gets taken down. You know.
Well, it was funny too because when mine actually that happened to me a few weeks ago, it happened right after one because I had multiple of those, and one of them sold, and I shipped it, and then I relisted it, and then the next day my account was shut down. So
yeah. Hey, David. Thanks for joining from Ireland. How's the weather in Ireland?
Morning, David.
It's like a week ago. I heard it was really bad weather in Ireland, and I didn't know too. Like if they didn't get that Gulf Stream that comes down through the Caribbean and goes up around the East Coast and goes toward them, that they're actually way farther north in when you count the latitude, and it would be a lot colder if they weren't getting that Gulf Stream. So they always said if that Gulf Stream got messed up, it would make it like super cold there.
Doesn't the Gulf Stream kind of go through the middle of the United States?
Well, yeah, it goes down through the Caribbean, the Gulf of Mexico, and it comes up the East Coast, and then it goes straight over to Europe. Windy and rainy. But they said that like that's why the last ice age happened because there was no Gulf Stream coming up, and it, Europe was completely full, just ice, just like Canada and the Arctic on the other side. Because like if you do the latitude, I guess it's like up there, way up like around Canada. You know what I mean? But they have better weather, more like the East Coast down by New York. I don't know.
Interesting.
Remember, it's all lies. This is the Morning Onion.
I don't think any of that's true. So I totally disagree.
According to the Morning Onion,
according to the show about nothing. So I haven't heard you say anything about baseball cards selling lately. Have you sold none, or is it just slowed way down for you?
I haven't been listing any, and so it definitely slows down. But I sold 3.
Like thousands of listings up though.
I had 3 sell 2 days ago. They're all good ones, autographs.
But I mean, don't you have thousands of cards listed already?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you've okay. That's
Well, not everything sells when it comes to collectibles. That's why a lot of people stick to clothes and usable goods because they want the sell-through rate to go really fast.
mm-hmm,
I don't want to mess with that. And if you don't keep listing inside of your category, it kills your category. So, it's just how you want to go. And the come down off of sports cards has been pretty heavy. People aren't buying as near as much, especially because the inflation goes up. So everybody's paying more for everything else. So it's less time to invest. So I don't blame people. And this is the time of the year when sports cards are the least bought because there's no sports going on except basketball. And basketball isn't like the real sports collectors don't really buy basketball stuff.
Why?
There'll never be another Jordan or Kobe. So you might as well just keep buying Kobe and Jordan cards instead of buying new ones that might be good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so the card market is just a little different there. And so, like, if you're a sports collector that buys a lot of different stuff, you'd rather buy football because football, they prove real quick if they're not good or good. Basketball takes a couple of years. Baseball takes 5.
Right.
Even if you're like the top 3 players. So that's why a lot of people have gone to football because you get your money back. Your sell-through rate's better. And that's one thing that like I'm running through right now. I had a bunch of like a lot of my cards that are up and coming baseball players. So they're not ready to be bought yet because they haven't made the majors yet. But once they do, they'll be flying off the shelf. And I just sold through one guy 8 different refractors just because he's got good and it's sold. So I don't know. You just kind of go. Never know. I need to put some sales and drop some prices on some of those cards, but I'm not too worried about it. Because that's what's good about when you put up a listing. At least it's there, so you can always mess with it.
Yeah.
You can always maneuver it a little bit, but you don't want to have a bunch of stuff up that don't sell. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take some of my stuff down. That's just a pain in the butt. Even if it does sell, it's like we've talked. It's like some of my oddball stuff I have listed. I'm going to take it down just because, like, shipping it and storing it's such a pain. And I just want to kind of ready to kind of streamline down and just stick to some like a smaller niche. Because I have a bunch of those ink cartridges listed, and they're for whatever reason those are not moving. I thought they would sell, but they're not.
Well, just maybe one of those things where there's just not a lot of those copiers out there that need that one.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. But yeah, if you're taking a chance on something and you're making $10 to $20, it's like, why? I get that. And that's why I've gotten now, it's like I don't even want to put up things if I know it won't sell. Like I want to know it sells. It's like I love the hats, but they don't sell through real fast. It's crazy to think that that brown hat that is so boring. Like I remember thinking I'm going to give these to Goodwill. I'm like, I'll put one up, see how it goes, because I had 10 of them, all new with tags. So I'm like, sell from $8 to 10. I've sold all but one.
That is so weird.
But something I haven't. This might be. I probably shouldn't say this, but the people that keep ordering it have the same kind of names, and they're Middle Eastern names. So it must be like a hat that they like wearing or something. I don't know.
So you're supplying hats to the militia. Got it.
To the other side, yeah.
Yeah, to the other side.
But I thought it was strange. It was like I just keep getting the same names. I'm like, huh.
They're like, we got a new uniform. We're gonna wear these brown hats.
There's this dude in Missouri that sells them cheap.
We found a supplier for the brown hats we've been looking for. Not their jackets.
I get a visit from Homeland Security. Like, are you in cahoots?
Yeah,
brown hats.
For a while, you've been supplying these I can't even say it. Militia with uniforms and guns. No guns, just hats. It was hats. Morning, Harry.
What's up, Eric? Grotto's Pizza. That sounds awesome. It'd be hard if I was on the East Coast. I would go out to eat like every day because there's just always something unique and cool that's not freaking. Here it's like everything is Applebee's, Olive Garden, Cheddar's, Chili's.
Where you live, it is. Yeah.
Say what?
So where you live, it is.
Yeah.
Kansas City is at least a little bit better.
Yeah. I mean, we got some stuff, but oh man.
What?
So you're out of here. So you're going straight to Marceline after this?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Going to the pear tree.
Fried lobster?
No, I'll just get a steak. I'll have the fillet mignon. Extra
Well done.
And I'm going to need a lot of sauce for that.
I want it really hot, burnt on the outside, but soft in the middle, but not red.
I think I will have to order it like that just to embarrass my dad. I'm going to go
toss my salad, please. I like the dressing even.
And the fillet mignon, well done. And I'll need some ketchup.
Can they cut that in the back for me? Or I got to ask the waitress. Can you get that?
Can you put that on a hot dog bun? Appreciate it.
I like ketchup and mustard. I don't want to get it off. I don't want it to fall off.
Roll it up in a tortilla, make it into a burrito. I don't like to cut stuff.
I like steak burritos.
Sir, it's a $50 steak. Yeah, I know. It's going to taste great, too.
If you got any hot dog butts, just a plain white piece of bread's fine. Can you toast it? Not too long. But
yeah. Let's cook mine in a skillet.
Yeah, I can't even eat steak out anymore. I cook mine so good at home. It's like unless you're getting like a $40 steak, it's almost not worth it. Who wants to buy a freaking $40 steak?
Yeah, we were at the House of Blues 2 weeks ago, and I was like, it was a really cool place. And then I went in and I was like, I'm in the mood for steak. And it was like $30. And I'm thinking, yeah, you go to a place and pay $30 for steak. It's bound to be pretty good, right? No, it was terrible. It was full of fat. It was like they overcooked it. It's like, what is this, Applebee's? Anywhere.
I worked at Applebee's. I know this works.
The steak is $30. Like, how do you mess this up when you're charging $30 for the steak? I don't understand. Yeah, the steak's $30. Your beer's $8. Your mixed drink's $12. Sorry, we're running a little late in the kitchen, and Bill overcooked your steak. So,
have you heard of the pandemic?
Yeah, you're lucky we even open.
Everything's gone up. I love how that's everybody's excuse now. Oh yeah, we're raping you because the pandemic. It's okay.
Yeah. Although I do think the place down the street from me, Jake's, they got a pretty good steak, and it's like $15. It was pretty good. I've only had one there that was kind of like, it's not that great. Usually it's pretty good.
You could have asked for your money back. They would have given it to you.
I don't know. It was in Chicago, so.
No, they said that one time at Jake's.
Oh, yeah, they probably would have.
You eat there so much.
Yeah, I think I know them. I go there so often. I was like, I'm just gonna eat it. I don't want to be that guy.
You know how it is. You're a restaurant manager. They give you like $100 in comps every night just to make people happy.
Yeah, and I know what the cooks do sometimes when you send stuff back.
You mean every time?
Yeah. Yeah,
he didn't like his steak, huh? Well, he's gonna love this one.
Not cooked good enough. I remember one time I went back there, and I don't even remember the guy's name. His nickname was Happy, and he had 6 skillets on top of a steak, and it was on fire. Like the grill was on fire because it came back like twice because it wasn't well enough done. And come on, I mean, if it's barely pink, just even a little bit, it's okay, it's fine. Like that's about how you would want it, even if you did want it well done. If you didn't want it rare. Yeah. So the steak comes back, he puts it back on. He's like, all right, And then I bring it back again, and I'm like, yeah, she says it's still not well enough done, And it was like a weekend night, and we were freaking so busy, and he was super pissed. He's like, yeah, you want it well done? He grabs it, throws it back on the grill. Grabs a whole stack of those skillets out of the oven that are like 600 degrees and puts them on top of it.
Oh my
Yeah, that's how McDonald's cooks hamburgers, and then taking it to a whole nother level. We're cooking it from both sides.
Yeah, it doesn't have any flavor, and it's so tough.
And he
Yeah,
started
it's well
squirting
done.
that cottonseed oil on the grill to make the flames like come up.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you're just gonna ruin it, and I'm gonna have to pay for it. He's like laughing. I don't care.
Yeah,
Of course you
fire
don't.
me.
Yeah. I'll go get a job at Perkins tomorrow. Whatever.
Yeah. I was always fascinated how Cheddar's could keep their cooks, like they paid the least of anybody. They made you work more, and it was the busiest restaurant in town. Like, do you guys hate your life? Why do you work here?
I feel like if I
crazy.
was to go back and run a restaurant again, I would give everybody a 4-day schedule. Think how much everybody would like. They'd never leave.
That's a good point.
I mean,
I would have always worked 4/12s then.
yeah. There's a way to figure out how to give somebody more. I mean, the restaurant's open. I mean, it would take a little bit of creative scheduling.
Especially because it was hard being a server because, you don't start making any money till noon. Well,
Yeah.
11 or 11:30, and then you're done by 4 if you close, and then you
Yeah, if
come
I
back.
had
So one shift isn't even like a whole day. And
if
so
I
if
had
you get
full-time servers, I would give them 4 doubles if that's what they wanted. Unless they just wanted to work, the morning shift. And with cooks, I do the same thing. I would schedule them. I'd hire extra people and give them all 4-day schedules.
it's not a bad idea.
Because I
But
have worked jobs that had 4-day schedules, and it is the best thing ever. And I was literally working 12 to 14 hours a day, but to get that third day off, like during the week, was worth it.
because it's like one day that you just don't have to do anything.
Mm-hmm. It's like a free day.
Yeah, you can sleep in, do whatever.
I feel like your turnover would go way down though if you did that in a restaurant. Just like you
I
say,
think
they
so
don't.
too, but it depends on your 4 days. If 2 of those 4 days is Saturday, Sunday, you may not be so happy about it.
4-day schedule, 1 weekend day. So 1 weekend day off and a 4-day schedule.
If you can pull that off, that would keep people around for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when I went from Applebee's to Cheddar's. I got to Cheddar's. They're like, yeah, just fill out the schedule request. I'm like, huh? Like, yeah, you just write down which shifts you want to work and which ones you can't. I'm like, I get to choose? Like,
Yeah.
this is awesome. Applebee's, it was like, oh, you'll work when we say you work.
Yeah, you're working.
So that was a nice. And then I remember thinking, like, this has got to be hell for a manager trying to you'd be constantly working on the schedule, appeasing everybody.
When I was there at the end, I was doing all the schedules but the cooks. So I did the servers, bartenders, and host schedule. It's like 100 people.
Oof.
But I was actually doing the server schedule, and the guy that was doing the host schedule and the bar schedule kept messing up and scheduling way too many people, and then scheduling the people that were cross trained. They would schedule them to be like work the bar on nights when I needed them, and I was like, yeah, I'm taking all these back. You guys can't do it anymore. And they're like, what do you mean? And I was like, yeah, I'm taking it. So I'm doing them all now.
And how many times do you think that they were just doing that on purpose because they knew you would take it over?
I don't. I think they were just like trying to make sure that the bar, the host thing looked good and that they had plenty of people. And I was like, you don't need 8 hosts on Friday night. Like, it's going to be busy, but we need servers. So you can't schedule these people to work. I need them to be servers.
Yeah. It was pretty obvious with Cheddar's used to do that too at the very end when I was there. And it was like, we had 25 servers, 8 hosts, 6 bussers, and one line cook, one line cook cooking steaks. I'm like, can we have 2 or 3 line cooks? Like, why you have like 10 guys cooking when you need 30, and you have 25, sometimes 30 servers when you need maybe 20, and 8 hostesses? How many people do you need standing in the way of everybody trying to get in? Like, they're just standing there. Like, but you tell because they don't pay them anything, so it's just like free work. Well, we'll just go make them do making the hostesses wash dishes. Why? Because there's too many of them. You shouldn't be. Yeah.
So what all do we have going on today for other people that have lives? Does Tom Cruise have one?
Who's Tom Cruise is on, I think, 3 or 4. He's doing all vinyl today. Well, he says all vinyl. I think sometimes he does some media like cassettes and CDs when he has them. And then Gary will be coming on live about 7.
Is Harry doing one tonight?
He usually does. It just depends on if he's got the if he's on call or not. Because he likes to have a beer when he's doing his live, so he can't have a beer if he's on call.
Then we got Tommy and Tracy tonight
At
9.
Yeah, no, that's Saturday. Saturday at 9, isn't it?
Today is
Saturday is today. Wow. How did I?
The days of the week doesn't matter if you don't have a job.
Maybe I should start drinking again.
It is the weekend. You know how I know it's Saturday for sure? Because we do our show every Saturday. Yeah.
Why I thought this was Friday, I have absolutely no idea.
Oh, we were like running a day early. It's like a dry run.
Try something.
I so wish Tommy was here right now because
oh, he is.
He would have ate you alive on that one.
He'll rewatch it. Okay. Go live. The Morning Onion.
You should just call that this name of the show, Anthony's Lies. And it's also a music genre if you're interested.
And
kind of like jazz, but it also has Elvis. So
he might even tell you it's not the right day.
Morning, y'all. Happy Friday.
No, it's Friday.
Maybe that should be the name of our show, the Friday morning podcast about nothing on Saturday.
On Saturday. Every Saturday morning.
Fridays. No, it's Saturday.
Friday live.
Well, it's Fridays.
Friday morning live. Yeah.
Garage sale season's coming around the corner, huh?
Say what?
I said garage sale stuff's coming around the corner.
Yeah.
Coming up.
I'm ready. I'm ready because I know what I want anymore. So
you just walk up and go, "Do you have any records?" No, leave.
God, you're pathetic. Walk away.
You need the records. I don't have any. I'm out of here.
No, mostly for garage sales. That's to fill my booths.
Yeah.
Because what do people leave at the garage sales? Big, heavy stuff because they don't want to put it on eBay. But I can pick it up and put it in my booths.
So that reminds me, we were talking about that the other day. You said the booth's been kind of slow. Are you going to consolidate those down, or because you have a couple different ones, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I've been thinking about what I'm going to do. I'm not sure. I thought about turning half of my glass booth into just single records, the ones I don't want people handling, some that are expensive, and put them in there and see if they sell a little faster than they would on eBay. Because sometimes I get a little more money for vinyl 33s in my booth than I do on eBay.
So I was actually just thinking that because you were talking about how much harder it is to ship the LPs than the 45s. But how would you put the 40 or the LPs in like a glass booth so people could actually look at them? Because it would take up a ton of space. You'd almost have to just put a list or something.
Well, that's what I've come down to. It's just that it takes too much of the space that I could be making money. I would have to put them on the side and then put some down flat too. So I don't want to be able to have like 7 or 8 in the bottom because I would still have my Pokemon, Magic, and baseball cards and autographs. And I have still a little glass in there from Tim, but that's what I've been contemplating because it would take up too much area, but they sell. So I don't know, contemplating on what I'm going to do with it because it's good though, because I'll sell like probably on average 3 things a day from each booth. But like this month, this month is really bad in my flea market because it's just been so nasty weather. People just can't get out. I'm hoping this weekend's a little better. It's supposed to be somewhat nicer. But yeah, I've been contemplating on what to do. It's not hurting me or anything, but I'm not really making a lot, but I'm also not going there a bunch. So it's kind of my own fault. But I don't know. We'll see. And I have like glass in there just to kind of draw people in, but it doesn't sell that great. And I do not want to sell it on eBay. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see. That's what's fun about like doing this. Is like you get to kind of maneuver inside of the game,
Yeah.
Right now I decided, well, I'm gonna go 45s. Now I got $12,000 on eBay in 45s, and I've sold tons of them, and go with what's working, and then ask questions later, I guess. I mean, it's kind of like
and I feel like even if it does shift and you end up stuck with records, it's at least like you enjoy collecting them. It's not like you're stuck with a huge box of printer cartridges like I am.
Exactly. And that's like I've said before. It's like it's so much easier to sell what you like to collect because you already know the comps before you buy them. So you don't have to go looking them up and studying them and figuring it out. You don't have, it's so much easier to list. And like you just said, if you don't, if you can't sell them, you get to keep them, and oh well, you still got them at a decent price.
I totally felt that the other day because I had sold one of those. I have a couple of those Apple mice for the computer, mice. And
mouses. It's mouses. Yeah, almost gotta go with what I say.
But I just relisted them, and I was like, I knew like what I wanted to charge. I knew the shipping, like I didn't have to do any of that, and I had the pictures ready, so I can see why. I can really see why niching down into a specific product just is so much easier, so much less work on every aspect of the whole sale.
Yep, it's like one of the big benefits of me selling sports cards and vinyl is I have one packaging for my sports cards, and then I have this one packaging for my 45s. So I don't have to have a million different boxes. I don't have to have all the USPS priority mail boxes. I don't need all that stuff. So it just takes up less room, less things to think about.
See, that's a perfect example because I'm kind of like in a spot right now because I actually listed an Apple keyboard, and I thought, I don't know what I'm going to ship this in, but I know what size I need, but I don't have that box. And I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and list it, and like I'll go look for a box or go pick up something while I'm out this week. And somebody made me an offer on it last night. I was like, I want to take it, but I'm like, if I end up shipping it in some box that's too big, then I'm gonna spend, or I'm gonna lose a lot of my profit in the shipping air. So it's like annoying.
And that's one thing too, that it's a nice little buffer, even though I don't have lost items and stuff very often. But if someone sends you an offer, it's a good time to go check to make sure you have it before you go, sure, I'll take it, and then go, oh shit, because I've done that before and I end up finding it, but it's like crap. Just it's a good time to make sure you have it.
So I also know I could probably Frankenbox it and make it, but I actually did that the other day, and I don't like that. I just feel like the whole thing's going to fall apart, and like it's just going to be completely open with the way that with the resizing. Like I know I could do that, but and then I could also go buy a box that would probably fit it perfectly, but I'm going to pay $4 or $5 for the box.
You'd be surprised though on a Frankenbox what it looks like when you put up a bunch of tape on and stuff like that. They don't hardly notice. It just looks like a bunch of tape.
Yeah.
The best thing I would do for that one is you don't probably have any of them, but the USPS board game.
I have the shoebox though, the USPS shoebox. I could probably put it in that.
Frankenbox with those. That's
no. I was going to say I could do that and then put one of those giant.
You can put two of the shoeboxes together.
No, yes, but I'm saying I could do that and put one of those poly mailers over it to cover, so I could still ship it at whatever rate it's shipped at.
Yeah, but be careful of doing priority boxes and not doing priority, because if they take it off and they see that, they will get mad. But
they'll get mad.
They might send it back or ask for extra postage.
The government's going to get mad at me. I don't care.
Yes.
The government is so mad at you.
Oh yeah, she's right. It is a flat rate, so I wouldn't do that unless you put the bag over it and then cheat.
We'll wrap it in a trash bag. You put it in a cereal box. Wrap it in a trash bag.
I've definitely had media mail opened before it got to me, and they didn't reseal it. And I know they were just checking to make sure it was media mail, and they're like, "Oh, it is." That's one thing I stopped doing is I stopped doing media mail. And when I first started doing 45, so I'd send it media mail because it was $3.19.
Yeah.
I had one record snapped in half, so they would have had to just literally step on it. That'd be the only way you could even do that with the way I protect them. And then I had another one lost, and I just gave them the money back. They ended up getting it. They ended up getting it like a month after I sent it. And they these people are so nice. They're like, "Can we send you some money back?" I'm like, "I don't even know how to do that. Just save my store, buy another record. That'll make it even." I'm like, $10, whatever. But since that happened, I don't have any other problems with first class or anything else. So I started charging everything first class. It's $3.95 instead of $3.19, and it's got $50 insurance because with media mail, no insurance. So if it gets busted, you're screwed. So I think the people that move the media mail know that, and so I think they beat that stuff up more than anything because they know.
Parcel select ground is like that too. It's so slow. It's ridiculous.
And that's the thing is, even if you do get it out and it gets there safe, it takes like 10, 12 days sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing with it?
Yeah.
And so all you're going to do is make them mad instead of charging them another 70 cents.
Like
no one ever says that.
I feel like they almost purposely move it that slow, and they should just throw it in and get it out the door, get it moving. I feel like stuff piling up would just be like, for whatever reason they move it that slow. I would almost think that would cause more congestion in their system. Yeah.
Anthonyisms, huh?
Anthonyisms.
Whatever he says, do the opposite. Clothing from Long Island and New York comes in.
At least look it up on Snopes because it's probably not true.
Clothing from Long Island in New York comes in a Chinese takeaway bag. Ooh, that sucks. I definitely had a trucker hat shipped in a Fruity Pebbles box once. That was a good time on eBay. It was well protected, though. I mean,
see you, Tracy.
Thanks, Tracy.
She'll be listening just for content later so they can make fun of us on their next show.
I don't blame them. I would too.
Yeah.
God, you gotta check these guys out. They're terrible.
So full of crap.
They obviously know nothing about reselling.
Yeah.
And they like these movies like Wayne's World. It's terrible. So I married an axe murderer. Really?
Next time the suck cut.
Sucking my will to live.
It sucks and it cuts. Well, it definitely does suck.
Oh, yeah. The Long Island. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like Krillin. He's hilarious. Krillin's one of those people that like doesn't even know how funny he is. He just is him, That's what makes it so special. It's like he's not trying. It's just he's just unique. Well, looks like we're about done here.
Yeah.
I got to stop spreading lies, move on with my day, actually do stuff.
Me too. I got to get on the road.
Getting off here a minute early, give you some extra time.
Appreciate that.
I'm thoughtful.
Getting off early on a Saturday.
You know how empathetic I am, Jason?
Appreciate
I hope you recognize.
Thank you.
I hate for people to tell me how empathetic they are. Like, all right.
Are you actually taking any of my PTO time right now because we're getting done early, or are we just done early?
I'd love to. I'd love to take it. Do you have any? You have any retirement you want to send my way?
No.
All right. Have fun today.
Later, man.
Enjoy your day off.
Thanks for joining, everybody. See you guys.
Well, I'll see everybody in the chats, and thanks for joining us today for a little bit of Morning Onion with Bluegrass Picker and Human Fund. I'll see you next week.